welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, I asked what this reading was going to be about, and I heard something. I heard something. I'll share with you what I heard. First, let me remind you, I do have quite a few different workshops that are coming up. I just finished the Morphogenetic Fundamentals workshop, had tons of fun, absolutely loved spending time with the crew that came out for that. Love it. Not even joking. It was amazing. It was an amazing experience. I loved it. I loved it. So, I asked what this reading was going to be about, and what I heard is realizing this is inevitable. The inevitability of it all. Yeah. Just, trying to come to terms with it. You know what I'm saying? Anywho. Oh, I received the most amazing compliment earlier. Excuse me and my hair. Just got home from the gym and it's a lot of stuff going on. But so I got home from the gym and I do want to share this because I love the compliment. My son's girlfriend says to me, she said, my booty went from a peach to a personal size watermelon. I was like, what? Yes. So, your girl's an overachiever. I did say I wanted to build a shelf for Marlene to sit on since she rides my ass all the time. She's been noticeably quiet lately, but I still have been working to build her a shelf to sit on. A nice little studio apartment on my ass. But it was like, what? Personal watermelon? Well, no, she called it a honeydew, which was even more complimentary. I was like, what? Okay, let me stop. Okay, so something is inevitable. I don't know what. Let's find out what it is. Woo. Okay, so you think you're imagining things, but you're not. You are not. I'm chipper right now because I just got home from the gym and I punished my ass. Today was leg day. Oh my God, you guys, I have to share this. Let me not move too much because I don't want my head covering to fall off. So, oh my gosh, I have to share, I have so much quad development. It's juicy. I got separation in my thigh. Fuck yeah. Do you know how hard that is to do? You could see the teardrop at the head of my knee. You could see the other stuff on the outside. Like, yeah, I love it. So that made me happy. That's why I'm chipper. I'm chipper because of that. That's all. That is all. That's what's got me chipper. That's it. So, all right. So you think you're imagining something, but you're not. I'm telling you, you're not. You've been unbanished. Someone apparently had previously banished you, and then they came to their senses, and you've been unbanished. Now, I don't know if they want to admit yet that you've been unbanished, but you have. You have. They're done. They're done being angry with you. Um, or maybe you've unbanished someone else. I should not have spanked myself like that because fucking A, I just dislocated my wrist again. Fuck, that hurts. Yeah, I know, right? Doesn't seem like it hurts because I've learned in the wilderness of life, do not show physical pain because fucktardios, really fucked up people will think that if you're injured, that you're somehow vulnerable. So, yeah, you've been unbanished. I don't know if it's you or someone regarding you, but you've been unbanished. They no longer want you to stay away. I'm saying they don't want you to stay away anymore. So, someone is setting some type of intention for something to happen. Whatever it is that they want to happen, they're really. Are they watching you? What's going on here? Um, lizard's leg. Yeah, I don't. So the inkwell, the inkwell. Something's being rewritten, maybe. Damn, they calling in the contracts. Oh, stop. Don't say that kind of stuff to me. Stop. Who's calling in the contracts? It depends. It depends on who it is. Like if who is this? I'm saying. Stop the foolery. It depends who's calling in the contract. I'm saying. You guys have no, this is not a personal reading for me. This is for you guys. So we're gonna let you guys figure that out. But there's the inkwell. It might have to do with communication, written communication. Oh my god, can I just say? I'm gonna say it anyways. I received the most beautiful handwritten letter. It really, like, I'm serious. Yeah, I felt it all in here. All in here. It was like such a beautiful, beautiful. That's all I'm going to say. But it really touched me very deeply, very deeply. Um, I'm keeping that letter forever. Yo, I'm telling you, I'm just weird like that. I will, like, if it really touches me, I will keep that forever. I'm, I'm not joking. I will keep that forever. It doesn't even have to be on stationery. You know what I mean? Like the fact that you took the time to handwrite that. mm, don't cry, girl. Don't cry. But okay, so someone is handwriting something, or not handwriting, but someone is rewriting something, or maybe they are considering writing to you. I don't know. Texting you. I'm old fashioned. I love handwritten things. I'm serious. Like things like that, I'm old fashioned. Um, but not everyone is old fashioned. So maybe this is something where someone is trying to someone is trying to figure out how to, I don't know, I guess reach out. I'm kind of at a loss for words. This has had their entire autumn upside down. So this person, whether it's you or someone else, they've been considering how to reach out since autumn. Like, damn, are you serious? Just freaking reach out already. Why are you punishing yourself like that? Um, feels like they've been stressed about this, realizing this is inevitable. hmm I'm saying. I'm saying. Yeah, seriously. They are putting a lot of thought into this. I don't know if it's you or if it is someone else. Anyways, so the ethos, the mindset is recovering. Um, so then I guess they've been in an environment that has really been creating a lot of distortion in the way they see things. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what the other cards say. Yeah, whatever it is that happened, something happened. Something happened probably between the two of you or between you and a group. It feels like there's more than one person involved. It definitely feels like there's more than one person involved. It's like a third party circumstance or something. I don't know. It feels like there's more than one person involved, and whoever it is that you're dealing with, um, they're entering into a space of balance. Their fear of whatever it is, it's starting to dissipate, but they're still definitely concealing themselves. So, is it you hiding your intention from the person you have intentions towards? Or is it someone who has intentions towards you, probably not malicious? I feel like I always have to reiterate that this is not about someone malicious. This is not about someone who is attempting to take ownership of you. It's not a stalker. Um, it's not someone who tries to force their perceptions on you. As a matter of fact, suddenly I'm getting this sense of the reason they've been so upside down since autumn is that they want to make sure that however it is that they approach you, it's not going to be something that violates your sovereignty. They don't want you to receive it in the wrong way. Oh, okay. Well, so they're being very considerate of you. They feel like they still have to cloak and conceal the way that they see you, the way that they consider you. Um, Michael, Michael goes, stop it. What? What? Stop what? I didn't even say anything. Immediately. Okay, okay. Fine. He goes, you know what you're doing. I am trying to find a way to, well, I'm okay. I'm not trying to find a way. I'm assessing if there's some like low key shady shit going on. What? Um, I'm behaved. I'm behaved. So, this is someone trying to conceal their, not their intentions, but their presence, right? They're trying to conceal their presence. I believe they're in proximity already. They're in proximity to you. They're just very carefully, very meticulously positioning themselves in the least offensive manner. That's what Michael says. I kind of feel like you're not on my side, Michael. I know it's not a competition, but I kind of feel like you're not on my side right now. He goes, what's your side? I don't know, but I feel like you're not being supportive of me and my foolery. He's laughing. He's like, so you recognize it's foolery? Of course. It wouldn't be me if it wasn't. What? Okay. So, mm, ooh, I've never gotten this sense from this card before. So, which is cottage security, right? So if you look here, um, you have the protection of the pentagram right there, right? And it's almost like they are this old growth type of tree, and they sit outside your dwelling space, your most sacred space, your internal temple. And they've been there for so long, and all they do is just guard, right? Like, have you ever met a malignant tree? Well, well, there was this girl, and she said that the trees in her backyard, she needed to connect with trees because she was going through something emotional. And she tried to sit with the trees, and she felt like they were so angry with her and so judgmental. And she was weirded out because she goes to the park, and whenever she needs to discharge negative energy, negative emotions, things like that, she'll go to the park, she'll connect with the trees at the park, and they're so friendly and so loving. And she wondered why the old growth trees in her backyard weren't. And then I guess one of the trees was kind of like defending her, like sticking up for her to the other trees. And that tree told her, I believe her too. That tree told her that the trees in her backyard are old growth, and their old friends were cut down so the people could live in that neighborhood. And so those trees don't like her. And I was like, that makes sense. I wouldn't like you either. You're a colonizer. And I was cracking up, but I felt it though. And so she realized the trees at the park are super friendly and loving and helpful because they were planted there and are protected. And I was like, yep, exactly. Exactly. So she's not going to be hanging out with the trees in her backyard anymore. She's going to respect their space. And I was like, that's right, girl. That's right. Don't be an entitled colonizer. I'm just saying. So this is not an entitled colonizer thing. This is someone who has been in your space for how long and just existing there without being disruptive, without creating distortion. So you got to give this person some credit. I don't feel like they've been stalking you. I feel like maybe every once in a while, no, Marlene, did you have something to say? She goes, I was gonna say, every once in a while they check in on you to see how you're doing, to make sure everything is okay and that you're safe and your growth is being respected, your sovereignty is being respected. Um, and I get the sense from Marlene that for some of you, this whoever this is for you, they don't check in every once in a while. They, I think, might be checking in more often than you realize, um, as of late. They might be checking in more. See, that's how you make me feel like you're on my side, Michael. Michael says, well, you've already opened the can, Marlene. You might as well say it. Mm. I don't know. Maybe they're checking in on you much more frequently. Much more frequently. Okay. So there is going to be a reconnection that occurs. There's going to be a reconnection. I don't know what this reconnection will, I don't know what form it will take. So it can be a friendship, it can be a business partnership, it can be, for some, it might even be romance, you know. Let's not assume it's romance though. So invocation. Um let's go ahead and define this. Do, 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 do. Invocation. Okay, the act of invoking something or someone for assistance or as an authority. Oh, ooh. So this is telling me that you are maybe um calling this in because you're needing assistance. Maybe it's time for you to ascend. Maybe that's what it means. So, invocation, according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, the act or process of petitioning for help or support, a prayer or entreaty, a calling upon for authority or justification, a formula for conjuring, that's incantation, an act of legal or moral implementation, enforcement, moral implementation. Mm. Mm. Synonyms: abracadabra, whammy, bewitchment, conjuration, glamour. Okay, so what do you need me to know for this? After reading and listening to rapturous eulogies and obituaries of Queen Elizabeth II, and despite the general invocation not to speak ill of the dead, one longs to hear something critical about the woman. Oh, that's fucked up. Leave her be. She's already gone. Okay, that was an example. I have to use it in a sentence. So I'm thinking this is like your soul is calling this in because it's time for you to, like, rise up. Ooh, oh my God. I gotta find this poem. Okay. Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns with a certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I'll rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard, 'cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. Ooh. You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise, bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. Ooh. I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise. I rise. I rise. Ooh, this woman and her words. Mm. Polysyllabic poetry. Love it. I love it. It's this thing of you needing to rise beyond the limitations that you're living in. I think for many of us, we're reaching a point where we are finishing off whatever cycles we're in. And as we finish off these cycles, there are certain components that are necessary in order for you to rise. So maybe what if this is an individual who serves as a stepping stool, a ladder for you to rise to higher levels? And I don't know if you've ever seen um, those military obstacle courses where they have to jump a very high wall and they have to work as a team. And so they'll kind of boost someone up. And as that person climbs to the top, the person at the top will reach back down and pull the other person up. And it's kind of this thing of that's what's happening. This is someone who is volunteering to allow you to rise. This is what their existence is about right now, finding a way to reach you so that you can rise. That's beautiful. That's poetry being lived, right? That in the presence of this person, there is no wall that is big enough to keep you from reaching the top. With an understanding that as you get to the top, you will, out of love and mutual respect, this reciprocity, you will turn around, reach back down, and pull them up with you. I mean, honestly, that's the only way to exist in my eyes, in my heart. You don't rise and leave people who helped you down wherever it is you left. You don't leave them there. You bring them with you. You travel together. I think that's what we're learning, realizing this is inevitable because it is. It's inevitable. It's something that has been pre planned even before you were born. The two of you, maybe it's a group, I'm not sure. Because look, right? There's four of them. Or maybe it is two of you, and the four represents your duality. Each of you have a duality, and you're stepping into this totality that then allows for you to come together. Ooh, in union, right? I don't know. It's a general reading, so I don't know. Leave me alone, Michaela. Michaela. Ella, Ella, Ella. She hates when I sing that. I don't care. Okay. So, card number 21, Mirrored Souls. That's 3 levels of completion. Ooh, 3 levels of completion leading to 2 plus 1 is 3, a solid foundation from which to build. Build what? The mirror that your souls will use to be able to see clearly. I'm saying there's a lot of messages coming through. A lot of messages. Card number 28, Shadow Self. You got to deal with the issues that your shadow work is creating for you. You got to deal with it head on. There's no new chapter that you're going to be starting. You got to deal with it head on. Whatever it is that needs to be dealt with needs to be dealt with head on. Right? Right. So, compassion. Allowing yourself to have this level of compassion that's necessary for you to give yourself permission to move forward in your journey is very important. Right now, you're existing in a space of hope, but when you allow your hope to mature, to ripen by way of your intuition, you enter into a space of gnosis, knowing. For me personally, I no longer exist in a space of hope and faith. Why? Because I know beyond any shadow of any doubt, I have 100% certainty and confidence that my life will bring me the things that I need. And as my life brings me these challenges, I will always rise to the challenge because I don't know how to stay down anymore. I don't know how to continue being um, an empty shell of who I actually am. I've exited that stage. So I no longer have this fear of how am I, am I worthy? I don't know if I'm worthy, but I'm going to sure effing try. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep pushing, and I will not stay down. When life keeps knocking you down and you keep getting back up, that's not life being unfair. That's you doing the spiritual squats that are necessary to build the muscle that is necessary to climb, to rise higher. You're carrying something precious to you and it keeps being pushed back down and you have to keep picking it back up. Those are deadlifts. You're strengthening yourself. You need to start seeing life and your experiences in a neutral manner rather than seeing it as like worst case scenario, life being unfair, you being punished, karma this, karma that. Like for real, see it in a neutral space. When you see it in a neutral space, you see it as your soul exercising you, helping you to gain the strength that is necessary for you to be able to climb higher. And no, it's not about you needing to achieve, or else you're irrelevant, or else you're unnecessary, unimportant, unworthy. No, it's about you needing to climb higher so you can see even better the life that you've lived, the beauty of it, where you've come from, where you're still going. It's a beautiful thing. I cannot emphasize enough how much life is a living poetry. I see life so differently as someone who's been through so much. And I'm not saying that I've been through everything. I'm saying I've been through so much, and I'm aware there are people who have been through far more than me. And there are people who have been through far less than me. It is not a competition or a comparison. It is a realization and acceptance of what I've personally been through and how these things have shaped me. It was always an inevitability for me to rise. Why? Well, because the things that I went through helped to shape me into the person I am today. And who am I today? A woman that's aware of certain aspects of her personal power over her personal life. I will no longer play small. Playing small never served me. So does that mean I think I'm bigger than everyone? Everyone is not my concern. I am not competing with other people. I'm a bigger version of the person I once was. And that's all I need to know. So then what's the point of knowing you're bigger? The fact that I know I'm bigger than the person I thought I was before tells me I possess more strength, more courage to get more done in order to fulfill my divine purpose, whatever that may be. And I will be patient as I live through the experiences that help me to better understand the purpose that I'm living, even without understanding or knowing what that purpose is. You are living your purpose with every decision. And no, you are not being held to some unfair, unrealistic standard of perfection. Everything you go through, everything you experience takes you that much closer to your understanding of how you have been living your purpose this entire time. You have. You've been living your purpose this entire time. You just didn't realize you were. It's time to move forward in your journey. How are you going to move forward in your journey? It's up to you. It's up to you. You make these decisions and you go with it, right? You're going to go through a transformation. You're already in the process of it. It was initiated yesterday on the 3rd. See? 3 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 being the number of receiving for the self. 6 is a lower inverted mirror reflection of the number 9, 9 being the God energy. Yeah. So you're going to be receiving very soon, but you have to allow yourself to receive. You will not be able to receive diddly squat if you are busy clinging on to something, holding on to things that your life is already trying to remove. Why? Well, because that was never worthy of you. Relationships, friendships, circumstance, material things, jobs, opportunities. You think that you're missing out on something. You have no idea what your life is planning for you. What goodness, what greatness. Every time I've missed out on an opportunity, something even more profound is hand delivered to me by life. I'm at a point now where it's like, oh, okay. I guess that wasn't for me. I guess it wasn't for me. It's okay. Life brings me something even better. And it's not like I'm telling myself that in a petty way where it's like, that's fine. I don't care about you because life will bring me a better friend, will bring me a better boyfriend, a better best friend. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm saying it in a sense of it's okay. If you make a decision to walk away from me, I get it. You had to make a decision. Your path goes somewhere else. I wish you the best always. And I'll just patiently wait for life to bring me what's more aligned and more appropriate for me where I'm at right now. I don't have ownership over anyone, over anyone. And I trust my life and my soul to bring me the things that I need, whether it's an opportunity, whether it's a person who will help me to better understand certain aspects of myself in ways that no one in my environment can understand or present to me in a way that I better understand. Right. So, um, I was at a point in my life years ago where I was being brought to a crossroads, right? It wasn't that dramatic, but it was a crossroads where this path takes me to the same life that I've had, a life of denial of self, um, struggle with my perception of who I am and what I'm here to do, just all sorts of different things like that. And then the other road, the other path, takes me further down my life's purpose, what I'm here to do. And of course, I don't know what I'm here to do. And I didn't know which path I was going to take. Of course, I gravitated towards my current life, my current situation, because that's what I know. Right. And then life has this funny way of having me cross paths with a specific individual. And that individual was not in my life for very long, but was only in my life long enough for me to see this perfect mirror of who I am in that moment and the potential of my growth, right? And that crossing of paths actually initiated one of the most intense trauma induced accretions, not because that person traumatized me, but because that person was such a beautiful mirror of who I am, my strengths and my weaknesses, that it gave me the opportunity to clearly see with no distortion my behaviors, my effect on others. Like, even till now, I do have this habit. I work on it, but yeah, they don't make much progress. Hey, you know what? It's just who I am. I will just randomly disappear in like my personal connections. I just randomly disappear. I go quiet, like mid conversation. I stop responding. I try. It's just something that I do. And I'm not even going to say it's because I'm busy, right? It is not even, yeah, I am busy, but I do this even when I'm not busy. So, my interaction with that individual years ago, it showed me the effect of that. Not because I was like, oh my God, why aren't they messaging me? But it was like this perception that shifted because for the first time, I came across a person who has the exact same energy as me, right? I'd never up to this point come across a person who mirrored my frequency as precisely as this individual. And I never knew that when I go quiet, I take my energy with me. When I interact with you, I'm just sprinkling energy all over the place for real, like all over the place. I take over the whole space and then energetically without intending to. And then when I go quiet, I pull all my energy back and it's this void that people feel. And I never knew. Like I never knew. I've had people tell me over the years, for quite a few years before I even crossed paths with this person, that's really fucked up. I was like, mofo, you don't even know, you never even met me in person. Why are you investing so much of your time and energy? I'm a stranger. Like, we're cool. But we're like social media friend cool, like online friends cool, like, you know, like why are you so invested? Just you have other friends. Because a lot of the people that I was interacting with had a huge reach, like huge reach, thousands of people. And I'm like, why are you so pressed on interacting with me? You have all kind of people in your inbox. And I never knew. I never knew. I've had people tell me, like, you have this like matriarch energy, this maternal energy. You're like a mother to so many people. You know how fucked up it is when you just pull your energy, you go silent, you fucking just abandon all the children. I was like, shut up. It's not like that. And they're like, they weren't joking. They weren't joking. They were like, we're all like your children. And when you go quiet, and I never knew until I crossed paths with this individual. And I wasn't angry or hurt or disappointed. I was just like, oh, oh, is that what I do? I pull back my energy and it's like this huge gaping hole. What the fuck? Oh, that's why people be getting mad when I deactivate my account out of nowhere. So I can't do that. I shouldn't do that. That's hurtful. And that's when I began to realize because some people, their part in your journey is not to be there always, but to help you see the gravity of you. Maybe not intentionally, maybe by simply being such a beautiful, very, very precise mirror of you. And then you get to see. And it's inevitable. It's inevitable for you to overcome all of these um, misaligned expectations that you've been having about yourself, about other people's part in your life. I mean, excuse me, that came out of nowhere. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if this is someone who's been in your life before and they're coming back, I did they really abandon you? Because some people be like, "Well, no, they abandoned me." Did they? Did they really abandon you? How do you know this? Well, because you assumed. You assumed that they were supposed to be there forever. Maybe that's not what your soul's planned. Maybe your soul's planned for the two of you to come together and split apart to give each other the space to learn whatever was triggered during those periods where your paths crossed. I don't feel like anyone abandons me. Why? Well, because I have no idea, no definitive way to assure myself how long you're supposed to be in my life. Like, I could assume that you're supposed to be in my life forever, when in reality, our souls pre planned that you're supposed to be in my life for 2 months and that it will be intense, very, very intense. It will be very eye opening. And then once you've triggered the things that needed to be triggered within me for my introspection and my growth, it was inevitable for us to part ways, only to come back together at some future date to repeat the same thing. And maybe for some, part of the overcoming is that when you go to repeat the same triggering type of interaction, and I don't mean triggering like they're offending you or intentionally hurting you, harming you. I mean their presence shines a light on the things within you that need your attention. The things within you. Oh my, this is getting very, very deep. This is getting very deep. I've come across many profound people in my life. Many. I've come across so many profound people in my life. So ridiculously intelligent, people who are beyond articulate, who I thoroughly, thoroughly feel this depth of satisfaction when we hold symposium. And I've come across people who are mirrors of the ugly side of me, and they help me to better understand why I cannot allow myself to revert. Just, I'm so thankful for the people in my life, the people who have left my life, the people who are still set to cross my path at some future date. I have gratitude for one person in such an immense way that I can't even articulate, because there are no human words, there is no human communication that would suffice. There is no way to properly explain the gravity of their effect on me in my journey. And I think the only way to properly explain the gravity of that interaction, although it was very short lived, is that it still sticks with me to this day. And the only way to properly show my gratitude for that opportunity to grow, is by growing in leaps and bounds. Not just leaps and bounds, but quantum skips. I don't want to say who it is. Um, I like to think that they already know. Even in the silence, things are communicated. Even in the silence, conversations occur between hearts that are linked, right? And even if your conscious cognition were not aware of these sacred conversations that occur between heart spaces, um, that doesn't mean the conversations don't take place, right? I feel like we're all so interconnected to some degree, and that when people who are very profound for you in your life, um, even in the silence, even if there was no opportunity to further explain, I don't even feel like there's a need to explain. Have you ever come across someone that you just so deeply accept as they are that you don't need an explanation? You don't need um, a conversation to either have closure or to better understand. You just accept. You just accept. I mean, that's a profound, very, very profound connectivity. So, rejuvenation in reverse, this is not something that you need to recover from. Whatever this is that's coming your way, it's not something you're going to need to recover from. This is not someone who's going to come into your life to sideswipe you, T bone you, or any of that stuff. This is someone who the winds of change will blow in just like leaves from the tree of knowledge, right? This gentle, very graceful entry into your life. And maybe winds will blow again and they will very gently, gracefully exit again. Who knows? You know, who knows? But this is not something that is intended to deplete you. You know, this is also something that's not intended to change you. Whoever this person is for you in your journey, whatever the situation is, it's going to be something that is quite possibly intended not to change you, but to change your perception of you, to change the way you see yourself. And I think maybe that is the gift that this person brings to you, a shift in your perception, right? This, I love this, can totally relate. My husband, sometimes we know without speaking a word, it just is, you know, it just is. Sometimes it's this thing of like, My husband and I will have the same exact thoughts. He holds a very special place in my life and my heart. And the connectivity with this man. You know what I said to him earlier? I reached a whole nother level of obsessed. So for years now, I've been saying, like, I will not fight someone for this man. Like, you know, if you want to go, just go. Just be honest. Let me know. It's fine. You don't have to move out. We don't have to split accounts. Like, we have to go parent. It's fine. Whatever. Just be honest. And then earlier today, I don't remember what the conversation was, but next thing you know, I found myself asking him, "Do you think I'm a jealous wife?" And he goes, "No." And then I was like, "I'll fight someone for you." I'll fight someone for you. And he was cracking. I don't know where the hell that came from, but it was just like, "I'll fight someone. I will fight over you." I don't know. Just thought I'd share that though. All right. So, galactic assistance. I think for those who are going to go through this, whoever is resonating with this, um, maybe you're stubborn like me, and the aliens are going to come kick you in the ass and be like, do that thing that you need to do. I don't know. I think what's going to happen is things are going to align in order for all of this to very beautifully take place for you. So, galactic assistance, uh, the stars and the moon and the heavens, they're all going to align beautifully. You're on a soul journey. I think you and whoever this is on a soul journey, and it's inevitable for your ships to cross. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right. Redirection sigil. You're not going to be redirected. You're not going to be redirected. Neither of you are. This is. It's like the two of you are two ships in the dark, right? You've ever heard that saying, two ships crossing paths in the dark? But here's the thing. You're not old school ships. You're not. You have echolocation. You have sonar. You have sonar. You know exactly where each of you are. So this is inevitable. It is inevitable. Okay. So change sigil. This is going to happen to change not just your perception of yourself, but your perception of your journey, your perception of your value, right? This is not intended to shake up your whole life. Okay, your girl is about to start taking things off because I'm totally getting super hot. All right. We'll start with one arm. We shall start with just one arm, okay? We'll expose one arm. This is something inevitable. It's inevitable. You know? It's inevitable. Attract sigil in reverse. This is not something that you're intending to attract to you. You're not. This is something that soul is already pre-planned. It's pre-planned. You're not going to get out of this, you know? Invoke the Orifim. So remember, invocation. This is someone who has a high capacity just like you. This is someone who perfectly mirrors the intensity of your capacity. They perfectly mirror it. There is no if, ands, or buts about it. This is someone who is a perfect reflection of your strength, of all of that. Please don't be weird in the comments. Yo no soy marinero. Yo no soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán, soy capitán. Para bailar de manjorida. Para bailar de manjorida se necesita y arriba y arriba. Yeah, stop being fucking weird, yo. The energy's weird. I'm just saying. Yo no soy marinero. It's worth hurting my throat for. Yo no soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán, soy capitán. Para bailar de manjorida. Just saying. Like, don't weird me out. Stop it. Card number 35, 11th house, friends. Ooh. Don't walk behind me. I may not lead. Don't walk in front of me. I may not follow. Just walk beside me and be my friend. The three graces of hope, faith, and charity, the bonds of friendship. Rely upon support from friends and other associations. Don't attempt to go it alone. You will need help. So, this, for me, just that first paragraph is reiterating that this is a person who's coming to help, you know? This is a person who's coming to help, right? That's what their presence is. It is the house of group alliances, ideals, and our aspirations in a public or social arena. This is someone who, for whatever reason, they represent all the help that you need to understand yourself, to move beyond your limited beliefs in yourself, to go beyond what you think you are. Because I promise you, whatever you think you are, there's so much more that's there. That's not all that you are. The 11th house has much to do with our destiny, what we decide to give before we leave this earth, our soul's purpose. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Okay. This 11th house is commonly referred to as a house of friends, but it's so much more than that. It has everything to do with a collective that comes from groups, people who identify and align with each other to make social change. By combining our energies with others, we can make our world, but more importantly, the domain of others, a better place. So this is someone who, their purpose, I feel it so strongly, is to assist, to help you really begin the cultivation of your perception of who you are, what you're here to do. I think that a lot of what's happening is a correction of the distortions in the way you see yourself, the way you see your purpose, all of that. Don't you want it corrected? This card says that we are not alone in this world and that it's time to aim higher and go among the broader society, to work with others or share energies, as it's not a good time to work on your own. The support of allies and groups are necessary, right? This is intense. It's going to get more intense. The 11th house points out how we are distinct. It's a reminder that we are unique, even among a group of friends, right? When this card turns up in a reading, the focus is on friends, what groups you belong to and who you associate with. To achieve your objective, pooling your resources with those of others who may be to achieve your objectives, pooling your resources with those of others may be necessary. So this is about a commingling of energy. It's about help, alliances, groups, friends, the black sheep of the family. Ooh, I guess maybe you and the other person are the black sheep of the family, the black sheep of the friend group, right? Ooh, ooh, it's a mirroring. It's a mirroring. See that? Ah, yo no soy marinero. Yo no soy marinero, soy capitán. Soy capitán, soy capitán. Ba, ba, bamba. No to demon hurry dies. Third house. Card number 27, third house messages. You must stay drunk on writing so reality cannot destroy you. Stop. Reality can only destroy the misaligned portions of you. Those need to be deconstructed. You can see it as destruction or deconstruction. It's up to you. I choose to see the destructive parts of my journey as a celestially intended deconstruction of the parts of me that are no longer aligned. Words have power. Now is a time to get your point across. With this card, you may also get a clearer direction in the way to proceed. The third house also represents neighborhoods and siblings. Okay. You're in search of answers and in need of unlocking mysteries, but your mind is agile and you are able to grasp every detail right now. You may wish to express this mental suppleness through writing, speaking, and researching subject matter, which has always intrigued you. So, someone is intrigued by you and they're researching you. How are they researching you, you might ask? Well, I shall tell you. They are researching you by looking at everything you post. Unfortunately, if you're researching me, nothing I post has to do with the mindset I'm in. I have a squirrel ass brain. I'm like the hammy of the intellect. Ooh, something shiny. Ooh, something funny. Ooh, that was profound. I will post all kind of random ass shit. So, how about this? How about instead of gathering intel, you just ask the person directly, right? That would be good. Just ask them directly. You may suddenly wake up with an idea that could turn out to be very lucrative. You may even be toying with the idea of writing a book. Stop. Stop. I will not share what it is. I would like to keep it a surprise. It will blow your knickers off your bum. I will eventually, I told you. As well as dreamy or imaginative writing and poetry, the third house also represents dexterity, swiftness, curiosity, and figuring out the mechanisms of what makes things work. Someone is trying to figure out how you function. I've had plenty of people try and figure me out. It's not going to work unless you talk to me privately. It's just not. How many? Well, not many of you guys have talked to me privately. For those that have, either in private session or because I've become fixated with you for a period and I just kept messaging you, that's rare. I don't want to know the answer. I'm not going to ask the question because I don't want to know the answer. Ooh, this could mean expressing yourself about something rather technical. What? Stop, soul. I heard you already. Don't worry. Third house, more than any other, is a house of the mind. Mercury is about giving and receiving information. So, it's also an area of commerce and sales. When the third house card presents itself in a reading, it can indicate a time of buying and selling and becoming involved in retail or transactions made over the internet. I'm telling you, would you guys buy my book if I wrote one? Would you guys buy my book if I wrote one? Doesn't matter the topic. All right. So This card means you'll be talking your way into and out of tough situations. However, you'll be mentally able to grapple with issues and sort them out well. Important documents and other paperwork are indicated. So someone is totally going to, yeah, yep. Let's see. Uh-huh. It's about short journeys, neighborhood siblings, signing documents, communication, and rumors. Ooh, people who. Okay, let me stop. Not even going to say it. Not going to finish that sentence. I've been fairly well behaved. Fairly, okay? Ferally. I know sometimes I'm feral. It's okay. They already know they're my people. Michael says sometimes you are feral. Y'all already know this. You're my people, right? You love me anyways, even though sometimes I get feral. It's fine. It's temporary feralness. It's an affliction. Michael said it's an affliction. Bitch, it is though. Jupiter return benefits. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Oh, shoot. Someone is preparing for the opportunity. Someone is preparing for the opportunity. I don't know what opportunity, but luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity, attributed to Seneca. Okay. The Jupiter return card indicates a period when doors are open to you and obstacles are lifted. You're given the freedom to advance your goals with absolute abandon. It suggests you will soon be entering a time when you encounter less resistance and life should flow much easier. When this card turns up, it's the green light that gives you the go ahead. You're being given the green light. When are you going to put the book out? Girl, it's too much pressure. Under pressure. All paths are now clearing, and you're able to take the utmost advantage of this. Goals or plans you started a very long time ago will begin to bear fruit either right now or at least very soon. Something good is about to emerge from the debris of the past. It could be a thing you feel or you felt you lost, or something that did not work out exactly as you'd hoped. It may even be a plan you've forgotten about that once again comes into your life to make some remarkable changes and advances, right? Applying more pressure. How come I read that as crippling pressure? In short, Jupiter return card implies good fortune and prosperity in many areas, not just financial or material. Dreams manifest into reality at this time. Gifts flow in easily. Whatever you've dreamt of, it's about to happen. You just got to make it happen. It is also a time to be aware of how you approach matters of your own spirituality, faith, and destiny. There is a rapidness to Jupiter. Rapidamente. Sorry. I had this Spanish teacher in high school who would be like, Senora Garcia, rapidamente, rapidamente. Like, how I can only go so fast. She's always say that shit to me. Rapidamente, Senorita Garcia. Like, no say. That's why I know what no say means. That was my favorite go-to response for that teacher. Rapidamente, my culo. Okay. Stop. I once made a video for my husband. I'm cracking up. Hold on. It's hot. Hold on. I'm going to find it. You need to watch it. It was years ago. I did this filter. It was a filter and ooh, ooh, hold up. I gotta find it. It's the best. It's the best. It was a filter, and I totally look like a man. I look like a hot ass man. Ooh, right there. I mean, and then my girl writes, oh wait, I don't want you guys to see pictures of my my niece. She wrote, I'm saying, yo, I'm saying. So in the video, I totally was like, me gusta tu cuerpo mucho. And then I sent it to my husband. He wasn't a fan. He didn't like it. He wasn't a fan. He was just like not feeling it. It was sad. It was very, very sad. He was not feeling it. Anyways, I suddenly don't feel like laughing anymore. I'm saying. But yeah, no, I was like, me gusta tu cuerpo mucho. It was hot. I'd make a really nice male. I'm just saying. I feel like God had mercy when I was born a female. Wrap your mind around that. I'm saying. I'm saying. I'm saying. Like, just do you need to say a prayer of thanks to God right now for making me a female? Anyways, um the only negative to this card is it's not a good time to indulge or become reckless. Don't be reckless. Yeah, no, oh my God. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Oh my God, there was this. Okay, stop. Stop. I'm oversharing too much. I cannot. I have to stop. Anyways, it can indicate too much of a good thing or of being overly confident things will work out on their own. It's not going to work out on its own. You have to do something about it. You have to. It's time to take a broader reach and to show gratitude. See the possibilities, trust in your fortune, and give thanks to the gods. Making light of situation and realizing it's not as bad as it seems is the best approach. In fact, something will be rescued from the darkness. If you just like get over it, really, because that's really the only option. You have to just get over it. You have to get over your fear. You have to get over whatever insecurities. Just like climb that bitch and go over it like a wall. Stick your toes wherever they fit so that you can get some leverage as you climb. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right. Publishing. Okay, wait. Communications with angels and higher spirits are more possible now. Higher education calls to you. Publishing your ideas or bringing them before the public are a probability. Stop, soul. Stop snitching me out. I already said I'm in compliance. Bitch. Relax, let go of control, and allow things to unfold. Be wise and pay attention. Don't take your eyes off the prize. Bigger goals and plans now rule your life. Don't back away from it. Proceed from the dream in an outward way. Love and romance takes on a sweetness, a sense of freedom where you can be who you are with the addition of acceptance and generosity. You may attract many potential lovers at this time. Please stop. Please stop. So choose wisely, or the relationship could be very short lived. And also be careful of indulging in too much to eat or drink. Yeah. Love others with grace and patience. Know that generosity is its own reward. Keep the expansive energy of Jupiter flowing, but with discernment. And in answer to your question, hurry up, ask a question. Ask a question in your mind. What question is the most pressing question that you have? Hurry, ask it in your mind. Hurry, ask the question. You got your question? The answer is yes. but only if you're wise in your choices. Yes, it will come to fruition. It is an inevitability. Yes. The answer is yes. I'm saying. Yep. Earned luck, fortune, rewards, profits, an auspicious year, the future, aspirations. Yeah, no, I'm serious. The answer is yes. All right. Final card because I'm over this. I'm over this. I am. Not over you, but I'm over this. Oh, I'm saying. Okay. Girl, what the fuck's going on? Stop it. What are you doing? That was too much. I feel like excessively exposed now. That was your own doing. You did that to yourself. Okay. Yeah, no, the answer is yes. Girl, this has felt like a reading on the best. Ooh. I'm saying, a lot of people have told me in the past that I feel like that to them. I'm saying, you know. Ooh, this. Yes. Yes. Okay, so are there any like chemicals in it? Is it completely natural? Because let a girl know I'm all into cleaning and natural cleaning products. You know what I'm saying? I need to make that listing for intuitive business guidance for people. Intuitive, soul based business coaching. I've done that for people in the past, and it's worked out really well for the people that I've done it for. Not as a service, but as a friend. One in particular, within I forget how many months, maybe like 6 months, they like started from the bottom, and within about 6 months they were featured on Forbes magazine, and now they're on the Forbes Council. It's pretty badass. I was very, very happy for them. Very, very happy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. So, card number 2. Oh, wait. Let me just. Card number 2. Passion for purpose. Love, like life, flows through the heart. Feel the thrill of the flow and say nothing. Ooh. Do you yearn to find your way, to fulfill your divine destiny, to know the purpose for your presence within this sacred body of the Earth Mother? Your heart is questing for deeper meaning. It desires certainty as to your sacred task for this lifetime. Your heart wants to know why you were born. You were born to adore me. It's the truth. I'm saying. I don't know who I'm talking to. I think I'm talking to my husband. I don't know. But if you guys want to identify as being born to adore me, I'm cool with that. I'm saying I'm cool with that. Just don't be weird about it. I'm serious. Don't be weird about it. It'll be okay. You know what I mean? Okay, your heart wants to know why you were born. For what purpose? You must know that the answer to these questions is love. See what I'm saying? I bring you your answer straight from the heart of the universe. Listen up, folks. Listen up, folks. God's talking right now. I bring you your answer straight from the heart of the universe. Be wild within your passion. Do that which stirs your soul, even when it makes you uncomfortable. especially then. For what is being truly alive if not a decision to be open instead of resistant, to be wild rather than comfortable, so that at any moment we will be ready for the invitation of the divine beloved to come closer. I call to you now, the you that is beyond your mind, the you that the heart knows, the you that cannot deny life. To that you, I ask this question: what stirs the passions of your nature? Do that. Be that, you know? As we grow on the spiritual path, so too does our ability to serve life, to serve love, to honor humanity, and to offer a contribution that is unique to us, that could only flow in this particular way through the quality of our own soul light. Every light holds its own beauty, and every light has a particular task to fulfill on the divine path of life. To help us remember this, lest we get too easily distracted by the pain and the stress that happens in life, or if, like me, you have a hammy ass squirrel brain, we were given an inbuilt reminder. That reminder is our passion. We may think that passion is not particularly practical. We may feel fearful that with passion, there are no guarantees of success, or that we may even be throwing away a stable and secure life to pursue our passion. These are the fears of many a modern society, yet they are so misplaced. Life supports all beings based on their true nature. Really let yourself open your heart and receive this one sentence. Life supports all beings based on their true nature. The birds are given air in which to fly, and fish are given water in which to swim. Plants are given light of the open plains or darkness of damp forests, depending on their needs for growth. Different flowers flourish in different environments. Bees have wings that are very small but powerful enough to move with such speed and rotation that their heavy bodies can fly. Each aspect of creation is given what it requires, so it may become what it is meant to be, for its unique destiny to be fulfilled, realizing that this is inevitable. You will be given that which you need, whether it is an opportunity, a connection, um, whatever it is, whatever type of connection it is. So it is with humanity. Each one of us has something in our hearts that means something to us. It's irrelevant whether it seems practical or a recipe for success or not. We are simply meant to be what we are, to serve life faithfully from a place of honoring the truth of our nature, that which we genuinely feel passionate about, and to allow for life to naturally support growth according to our genuine nature. Where we get into difficulty is not in bringing our genuine passions to life, for life supports this, but in learning to let go of attachment as to how that happens. We can struggle to free ourselves of the expectation we have to be something we are not. The divine path of love asks us to become conscious of and then unlearn the play acting of attempting to be a false self, so that we may learn to simply love and accept our real self. We may even have a struggle on our hands to remember who our real self actually is for a time. Fortunately, there's a pleasure in the journey of returning to passion that can make the process of self discovery a sweet one. But we must be brave even in the sweetness of that journey back to the real self. And remember, bravery is not the absence of fear. Bravery is what you choose to do in the face of it. We must dare to believe that we are not broken, that we are not inadequate or better off to be like some other person or some other person's view of how they think we should be. I'll share this. I was thinking the other day about what I love the most about my husband. He is incapable of being anything outside of who he is. He just, he is incapable of being anything outside of who he is. And I love who he is. And the most beautiful part about him having that limitation of being anything except who he is. He cannot fake. If he does not like you, it's best to just keep him away from you because he's going to be a dick to you because that's who he is. That's who he is. If I find myself feeling flustered or irked by something he said or done, he will legit be like, "What? It's a Gemini problem." Yeah. He will point out that he's just being a Gemini. I'm serious, and I just yeah, you can't be mad at that anymore because literally, he's just being a Gemini. And then one of the things that I love the most about who he is and how he is that because he's incapable of being anything but who he is, he loves me as I am, as the person that I am. I've never had to be anything outside of who I am. I've never, in the 24 years we have been together, felt like I have had to be a certain character. I haven't had to fit into some type of aesthetic just to ensure that, you know, he wouldn't lose interest in me or be bored with me. I haven't been made to feel as though being very heavy for my size, for my height, that it was somehow bad or less appealing. And when I went through something very, very intense for me, and I lost a ton of weight and I became emaciated, literally emaciated, um, being so skinny that I had to wear sweatpants in order to not have my pants fall off, and my pants were a size 0. He didn't make me feel bad for that either. That whatever stage I'm in, whatever process I'm going through, however that affects my behavior, my attitude, everything's fine. Not pretending to be fine, but genuinely fine. There's something powerful about someone who can accept you just as you are. There's something so powerful about that. It's just, yeah. I don't know how people can function without having at least one person who can do that for them, be that for them, you know? I mean, it's a very deep hope of mine that I've been able to make you feel as though I have the capacity and the willingness to accept you just as you are, no need to change, but I know my limitations. I'm not compatible with everyone. So I know there will be individuals who will feel like I'm not able to accept them, probably because I'm not. It's okay. You don't need me to accept you. But I hope that at least most of you feel as though, you can be exactly who you are with me and that I wouldn't judge you, condemn you, or any of that. Right? Like just being very honest here. I'm not compatible with everyone. I'm compatible with a large number of people. I know that about myself. Like I could be super duper like really, really cool with you, genuinely, not faking it. And it's weird to that person because no one's ever cool with them. And I'm just like, no, you are just who you are. Right. It's important to have at least one person like that in your life who can see you for who you are and just accept you as that. There's no suggestions to be anything. There's no expectations for you to be anything outside of who you are in that moment. We must dare to believe that we are not broken, that we are not inadequate or better off to be like some other person or some other person's view of who or how they think we should be. We must be brave enough to not believe in the layers of guilt and shame. We must be bold enough to not fear our passion. As we dive deep within and explore what really makes us tick, what makes us feel alive, we must be open, curious, and non judgmental. That may be a subtle journey at first. We may feel as though we are looking in the dark, wondering if we will ever catch a glimpse of the light of passionate meaning um, we find hope. We hope to find. That passionate purpose may at first be barely recognizable amongst the should, cannot, and must do of our lives. As we stay true to the path, however, that light will become unmistakably clear. Our passion will reveal itself to us as essential as our breath. We would feel as though we are not alive without it. How could we have missed all those years, perhaps all those lifetimes? It will seem so obvious then, burning so clear in our hearts, that it cannot be more obvious that we simply must live this desire, this passion, this purpose, or spiritually perish into a shriveled up shell of a person, denying of life itself. No, that shall not be. Passion must and shall prevail. This oracle comes to you with guidance. You are being initiated more deeply into your life purpose. Your passion will reveal itself to you with more depth, nuance, and beauty than ever before. If parts of your life are dissembling or do not seem to be working out as you had planned, these are symptoms of this passionate revelation. Be curious and open to what presents itself in the wake of the falling away. Be ready for the journey within now. You are strong enough to leave behind the need for external validation while you learn to validate yourself. In time, soon enough, you shall receive your innermost beauty and be witnessed and receive, acknowledged for your innate value, purpose, and divinity. But for now, sweet beloved, dive deep, be defiant, and determined to honor your heart so your deep passion may be witnessed by you and eventually, naturally, make its way into sacred expression in the world. If you have recently discovered a new talent or purpose, or have been dreaming some big dreams, this oracle comes to you with guidance and confirmation. You are excited. Follow that excitement. Let it lead you into your own heart truth and onto an ever more passionate path of purposeful living. Ooh, ooh. I love that. I love that a lot. Letting your passion be your guide, not your regulator, but your guide. You need to learn to regulate yourself by way of discernment, determination of what is necessary and what is not, what is an absolute need and what is an accessory, an aesthetic. Really just allowing your passion to carve out your space within this world. And I tell you, it's okay if your purpose is to adore me. I'm saying, I won't be mad at you for that. I cannot hold that against you. If it is your purpose, I cannot hold against you that which you were born to do. If it is your destiny to adore me, if that is your divinity speaking to you, telling you to adore me of all people, I cannot deny you that adoration, the opportunity to it. Okay, let me quit messing around. You guys, seriously, things are being set into motion. It's inevitable. You're going to find your place in the world. What is this? This fell out. It fell out of the deck. Final freaking card. Final card. I don't know what it means. Let me look it up. Sounds like you don't know what the card. Of course not. Why would I memorize it? Seriously, why would I memorize a card? Are you kidding me? I'm not here to impress you. Yeah. Okay. Final of the final. Card number 33, ninth house, faith. We travel. Travel. No, let's rewind. Okay. We travel, some of us forever, to seek other states, other lives, other souls. Oh, shit. I'm saying stop, Anais. Okay. Obstacles are being lifted. The ninth house in astrology is a house position for the sign Sagittarius and is ruled by the planet Jupiter, the planet of openness, luck, and expansion. This area of the traditional horoscope wheel is a house of travel, philosophy, high mindedness, and also religion. You could worship me like a religion, I'm saying. If adoring me is not enough, upgrade. Worship me like a religion. Stop. Michael said to stop. I'll stop. The ninth house represents a search for meaning through established structures. Destiny, fate, and karma all come into play, as well as your view of what God may or may not be. It's the house of erudite knowledge, higher learning, lawyers, doctors, astrologers. It is most definitely of the higher mind and our need to unite with something greater. I'm telling you, it's inevitable. It's inevitable. In this way, the ninth house represents churches and schools, especially ones that are old, established, and scholarly. Let me be your school. Let me be your hallowed ground. Let me exist as a church from which you worship me. Stop! I'm saying. I'm saying you guys are lucky I'm not wicked. I mean, I could totally tap into that and be like, worship me. Stop it, bitch. No one's gonna worship you. Stop fucking around. Since it opposes the third house of communication and writing, the ninth house represents publishing. I will write the fucking book. The ninth house represents publishing and influences through the written word. It speaks of a forum for written ideas and concepts, also of joining a reputable literary world. So, this house is important in the charts of writers or anyone who wishes to bring their ideas into a forum, usually planet wide. It's the house of open ranges, journeying, and opportunity. The ninth house also represents esoteric matters like physics, psychic fairs, and new age counterculture gatherings, or places where offbeat people gather together for some visionary cause. What about quantum chaotic sciences? That is my specialty, with a subspecialty in parasitic extraction. It also represents the relevance of obtaining psychic information. But it also represents the relevance of obtaining psychic information. So here, okay. Here's the thing. I got something there that gave me a headache. Obtaining psychic information. I'm wondering if someone is like trying to gather information from you. They're trying to read your energy, your mood, potentialities. That's rude. It's rude to do that without permission. So don't do that. Ask the person, ask them questions. Just ask. Don't violate someone's space by trying to read their energy without their consent. Don't be rude. You're not a rude person. You're not. You're not a rude person. So don't do that. The Rosicrucians, I can never say that word, an esoteric organization based on ancient structures, are symbolized by the ninth house. Rosicrucian cross. What? The rose compass. The compass rose. The Magdalena. Ooh. Tartarian bloodlines. It's the Sangreal. Let me stop. No, seriously. Oh my God. I can't talk about that on a live stream. Not a public one. I'm saying. If I could share the information that I have, you know, Killian, how do you stop someone doing that? You have to learn how to work energy. You have to learn how to work energy, and then when in the way that I teach, that's a heavy emphasis because I'm a very private person and I wall up motherfuckers who try and read my energy. I don't wall up them, but they don't get to read me without my consent. With this card, it's time to consider your impending plans in the broadest terms. It means you'll have to go outside of your ordinary life to achieve your goals. Long distance travels, journeys, voyages to unknown places may figure in regarding to your question. So these long distance travels can be an internal journey. It can be you traveling from one mental house to another. Okay. The ninth house is a house of explorers and pilgrims where there is a quest and a destination. Let me stop. I was going to say something about pilgrimage. Let me stop. It is where we seek guidance and understanding. The possibility of returning to school and furthering your education is likely in the near future. I mean, someone wants to learn from you. Let them. The most mundane meaning behind the ninth house card is traveling to distant places. Usually, when this card appears, the reason is for the knowledge of a broadening of understanding. So, traveling to distant places, I suddenly got this sense that this is not about you reconnecting with someone by finding middle ground. This is about someone having to go out of their way to meet you where you are. Yes. Yeah. I'm saying. Yeah, no, they have to meet you where you are. That sucks. There will be a desire to visit places of arcane wisdom and knowledge where you can expect the history behind the area to be very well documented. Ooh, you are the area. You are the area. Yep. You embody arcane wisdom and erudite knowledge, esoterica. Yeah, no, I assume this is someone who is very drawn to your intelligence. Whatever it is you excel in, they're very drawn to that. There's a curiosity that I detect because you function in a way that's very different from everyone else they've ever come across, right? You're not cookie cutter. That's good. Don't be a cookie cutter. Don't be a cookie. My cookies, my cookies, my cookies, not my cookies. There will be a desire. Okay, so the journey will be an uncharted one of deep or mysterious exploration. Scriptures or religious books may figure in. Ooh, this reminds me of a poem I wrote. I don't know where it is anymore, so I can't read it to you. It's like a roadmap. Love it. There will be a longing to connect with something greater than the individual itself. Occasionally, this card indicates a temporary disconnect from close family where you depart from your known life into another one as a pilgrim or a seeker. So they're basically leaving behind all the things that are a comfort to them, the things that have distorted their ethos. It's a very distorted, possibly tainted ethos that they once existed in. They're leaving that behind in order to explore you. Your body is a wonderland. Don't have those thoughts about me. Stop it. The Church of Rome is represented by the ninth house card. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Not me wishing a motherfucker would. It also represents alternative religions like modern paganism, Wicca, Asatru, and so on. If your question is about love, one or the other person needs freedom. There won't be commitment. Never was a bee. What? If your question is about love, one or the other person needs freedom, there won't be commitment anytime soon. I don't know who needs to hear that. Let me continue. In short, this card indicates that you're about to depart on an important journey. It may be an outward voyage, or it may be an inward excursion. Either way, you'll be changed through this process. This card has to do with what has been tried and tested and what is already established. No matter how expansive or broad minded, it will be rooted in the traditional. Okay. Media, publishing, long distance travel, education, churches, divination, and astrology. It's a good stuff. It's good stuff. I cannot pull it together. My arms are short. Oh, was I reading Neruda? No, I was not. Neruda does things to me. Neruda's words are like poetic filth. Ooh, oh my God. Have you? Oh my God, there's this one. Hold on. Hold on. There is this one. Oh my God, I got to share it with you guys. Let me hold on. I don't even care if I get a. Wait, where are you? Oh, is it this? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't play with me. Oof. This guy does. Oh my God. Hold the phone.
Me if I loved her to death. I said, speak of her over my grave, and watch how she brings me back
Oh my God.
to life.
Mahmoud
They asked me
Darwish.
if I loved her to death. I said, speak of her over my grave, and watch how she brings me back to life.
Oh my God, stop. Mahmoud Darwish. I'm saying Mahmoud Darwish. The guy's name, Guy with a Voice. Guy with a Voice. That's his profile. And I mean, I do believe I've hearted all of his videos. I do believe I have.
And because you're a dream, I sleep a lot.
Stop. 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 Just. I can't when people start with poetry like this. Stop. I just cannot. Okay. I need to buy a Mahmoud Darwish book. That's what I need. We're going to get one or a couple after we move because I already have hella books. And my poor husband has to carry it all. Shit. Oh my God. I'm going to have to carry stuff too because, oh my God. He's going to be like, you work out. Okay. I got to go. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. And Mindy, you're welcome. I feel like I just met 100 different people. You're welcome, boo. That is the perk of being in the presence of a flamboyant Piscean. That's what happens when you wrap blush pink around my crown. I become flamboyant. I must go. My people, have a good evening. Give this video a thumbs up. I love you. I cherish you. Adore and worship me in return. Okay, you don't have to, but just subscribe. That will do. Subscribe and that will do. Give it a thumbs up. Share it out with your friends and that will do. Love you. See you tomorrow. Bye.